What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video, back talking to you guys about features, tips, and tricks of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. And yes, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be operating in majority of the time in the settings. And so for those reasons, I'm going to go to display and I'm going to turn night mode off so it's a little more legible for you guys. So, woo. At least I thought it would have been. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So I might just do this. As you guys can see here, it's the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. I've been rocking, I've been enjoying it. I've been thoroughly flushing through this device, learning all the nooks and crannies of the Tab S6. Very similar to the Tab S4. I did not do a feature. I did kind of do a features for the Tab S4. Largely, they're going to be somewhat the same. There's just some little things that I found and or new just because of the S Pen that I like to share with you guys. So if we back out of the display settings here and we start in connections themselves and we go into connections, if you click on Wi-Fi, you should be able to see here. If you click on Wi-Fi and you hit advanced, you can have switch to mobile data on, and you can have turn on Wi-Fi automatically. So when you are in an area you've been in before, you know, whether it's your house, a friend's house, a restaurant or whatever, it'll automatically connect right back to Wi-Fi, and you won't have to worry about that. So you can have Wi-Fi off and then it'll cut back on for you. Of course, you can also come in here and make sure your hotspot 2.0 is on, manage your networks, there, so on and so forth. So we back out of there, we go to Bluetooth next, and you hit advanced. You can come in here and do dual audio. So dual audio will basically allow you to play sound from your tablet to two different Bluetooth devices. So if you have two different Bluetooth devices, of course, attached to here, you can play audio to both of them. Most likely you may think of like headphones or something like that, which will probably come in use the most. So I find that feature to be pretty cool. Give me 1 second again here. There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, you have your dual audio. Pretty neat. It comes in handy. You should be able to see it with no issues. So if we back out of there, back out of Bluetooth settings, and we jump down to mobile networks, you see you can switch your network mode and turn on your data roaming. So why you may want to switch your network mode is if you find that your data is kind of running a little slow, or you feel like there's something wrong with your network. If you come in here and switch from LTE 3G to 3G only, it'll jump off of LTE onto the 3G or 4G network. You may even find yourself to have slightly better speeds as a result of switching to a network a lot of people are not on. And then if you want, you can switch right back to your LTE 3G, and then you should have cleared up your network problems. You can also use airplane mode if that does not work. So if we come back out of here, and then we go down to more connection settings, you can make sure nearby device scanning is on, and you can use the network unlock feature. And so basically, like, for me, I have the LTE model and I won't be able to actually network unlock it until I pay it off. So once it's paid off, I can come in here and it will unlock after it's paid off, and I can take this tablet to anywhere I want to, no issues. Now, with Wi-Fi models, you should not have to worry about this. Therefore, this feature or this option may not actually even be in the settings. So if we back out of here and we go down to sound and vibration, and then we scroll down to advanced sound settings and click on sound quality effects and stuff like that. You can come in here, make sure Dual Atmos or Dolby Atmos is turned on, and when you click on it, you can change what you want to prioritize to. Now, usually I had it on movie, but I no longer have it on there because I do listen to music on here from time to time now. So by having it on auto, it'll, you know, based on the data that feeds into the tablet, of course, it'll maneuver between auto, movie, music, and voice. So I find that to be very useful. And then of course you can use adapt sound, which I believe works best if you have headphones on, and then it'll kind of run you through this little, I guess you could say, ear sound simulator and it'll tune according to each individual ear. So if we back out of the sound and vibration, if you jump into display, you can mess with your adaptive brightness, of course, your blue light filter, turn night mode on. As you guys saw me turn off, night mode will cut everything back to all black. Now screen mode, you get vivid and natural, and in vivid you can change the warmth or cooling of your display. So if you like it more cool, you know, hype it over to the cool. If you like it a little more warm, scale it more toward the warm. You click on advanced, of course you get your RGB settings. Natural is much more toned down. You got your font size and style. Of course, you come in here, you can do bold font, you can change your font style, use Samsung 1. You can change your font size down here, as you guys see. And if you want, you can change your screen zoom. And of course, I try to have as much information as I can have on the display without shrinking it too small where I can't see it. So what's next? Then you got your screen timeout, and then home screen. So you come in the home screen, you can change your home screen layout, your home screen grid, your app screen grid, app buttons. So show a button on the home screen that opens the app button. I don't like that, of course. I like being able to swipe up to you know, get to my apps or access my apps. You can have your badge, icon badges with numbers. So basically, like if you have Gmail or an email account, it'll show a badge next, you know, right there next to the app icon with how many messages or whatever you have right there. You can lock your home screen layout so it doesn't change. You can add apps to home screen. This is where you activate swipe down for notification panel. That's something that I just don't use anymore. Oh no, I do use that. My bad. Sleepy. So I do use the swipe down for notification panel, and that makes accessing appear a lot easier on the home screen. And let me go ahead and whoops. And then Lakers out here balling. All right, and then of course you come in and hide apps. And then, you know, if you click on this about whatever it is, it'll check and make sure you have the latest one installed. Then you come in here, you can change your navigation bar. Of course, I use full screen gestures without the gesture hints. And then you can also come in here and actually block gestures with the S Pen if you wanted to. I don't do that. And then you can change your button order. Of course, I have my back on my right as it should be. And then that is it here. One thing I wanted to show you guys here is down here at the bottom, visibility enhancements. It'll take you to the screen where you can do high contrast fonts, adjust the color and outline of fonts to make them stand out, show button shapes to make them stand out, negative colors. You can change, you can adjust your colors. Let's see, color lens, add a color filter to the entire screen. You know, remove animations completely. You can also reduce animations. We'll be getting there shortly. Magnification window. And then, of course, more font style, size, screen zoom type of stuff. So if you back out of here and you go to lock screen or wallpapers, of course, you can change the wallpapers. You can use them from the gallery. Lock screen is how you want the lock screen type. So if you go up there at the top, you'll see it says screen lock type. So, of course, you can use that to, you know, I got it to use pattern, face, and fingerprints. You can use smart lock too. So if you have a Bluetooth device connected, you can use smart lock to keep it unlocked when you have those Bluetooth devices connected. Then you can do secure lock settings. So if you click on that, of course, it's going to ask for your pattern. And then you can adjust your auto lock and lock instantly. And then you can change your clock style. So here, you know, I'm using that as my clock style right now. But you have a range and colors you can choose from. Now, I don't use colors right now. Adaptive color seems to be working just fine for me. So if I do done, I'm good there. And then face widgets on the lock screen is stuff like this. So, you know, you can swipe left and right on the clock widget to access maybe your music controls, today's schedule, next alarm, weather, Bixby routines. So you have all that fun stuff. And then contact information you can have on the front, notifications, your app shortcuts. Right now I have these two, YouTube and JW Library, as my app shortcuts. You can change them to whatever you want to, and they can be at the bottom corners or a floating button. If you do a floating button, it looks like that, and then you just swipe left or right on it, and it'll take you to either one of those. Now I think about it, I might do it like that. I kind of like that. And then of course you click on about screen, it'll make sure you have the latest version of your lock screen app. All right, biometrics and security, face recognition, fingerprints, and then you have biometric preferences, and in my case is both fingerprints and face recognition. Google Play Protect, Find My Mobile's on. This is where you can check your security updates for your device. You can also play around with your Samsung Pass. You want to use biometric authentication to verify, secure folder, encrypt your SD card, other security settings. So all the basic stuff in there. And then, oh man, all right, so this is timing down because it wants to die here, because I haven't had it on the charger today. So let me go ahead and increase the brightness just enough. All right, now let's see if we can make it through this video. Now, where I wanted to take you guys is the advanced features. So this is where you come to the S Pen and you can actually change a lot of your features. So Air Actions is where you can remotely control apps with your S Pen, and that's where I kind of showed you with, well, what I showed you is unlock with S Pen. So I can demonstrate that here again. If I do that, take the S Pen, hit the button, it should boom, and then look for my face or fingerprint sensor, and we're back in. So that's unlock with S Pen. If you click on Air Actions, it lets you know what you can do. It lets you know how much battery's left on your S Pen, of course. Hold down the pen button to access a certain app or turn on the camera or whatever. For me, I turned it off because I was turning on the camera a couple times too many. These are all your actions. You got your general controls right here. Yeah, I can't click on that. So, you can, if you're in the camera and you press it, it'll take a picture. If you're using media, listening to music, watching videos, you can use it to play and press it to pause and play. Then you can double press to skip to the next track, to the left or to the right. And then your gestures to turn on the volume. It's pretty good. I've used it. I use it in YouTube often. I believe it works in Disney Plus. I think I said that before. Netflix, Hulu, some of the more standard apps it works in. And then you can do your screen off memo. So I think I showed you guys that too, but if it's off, you press the S Pen button and then tap on the screen. So if I do this and then tap on the screen, you see that? That's how you can, get, write off screen off or whatever, save it if you wanted to. Of course, I'm not doing that. So, okay, let's get back in here. So now, what else do we got going on in this here tab S6? You got your AirView, which is the little tracer or cursor for the S Pen. I have that on, or I guess you could say the pointer. AirView is this. So see more info that reminds you of events and stuff like that. So if you're using the calendar or something, you hovered it over, it'll pop up the events that's in the calendar. So let's see, do I have a calendar? Yeah, I do. So if I hover over, I guess I'd have to go into the app. So if I go in here and then I hover over here or something like that, you'll see it pops up daily text or something like that. Or I go over here and it shows you Christmas and whatever else is going on that day. So I like the calendar. That's very clean on here too. So that's what that does. So if I go ahead, swipe back, get back in the settings, we're back here. I don't use Bixby routines. You can of course come in here, mess around with your Samsung DeX. I don't have it auto on, nor do I have it on right now. It times out after a certain activity. Or the screen times out anyway. You got settings for your keyboard, mouse, trackpad. You got your Samsung DeX Lab, set default audio output. There's a lot of little different things you can do. And of course, tap on that, make sure you got the latest version. Side key would be your power button. Oops. So in here, you can have it open an app, open Bixby, quick launch camera, press and hold. I have it to access power off menu. So there's a lot of little different things that you can use in here. One of the features you can use this with is with Samsung Galaxy phones, and that's the call and text on all the devices. So if you have this on here and have your phone basically linked or synced to the tablet, your calls and texts will get forwarded to your tablet, and then you can access them there. So I find that feature to be really good, especially if you use this often. And then you got your multi-window tray, your smart pop-up view. Then this is where you can reduce animations, and you can come in here and mess with your motion and gestures, like your double tap to wake, your smart stay, which basically scans your eyes, easy mute, palm swipe to capture, which is what I love. So basically you just swipe across the screen and it'll take a screenshot like that. Boom. And then, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. For me, we don't need it, and this tablet's about to die. I don't need it, so I'll delete that. Goodbye. Your game launchers in here. And then, of course, you got your digital well-being that I don't use. And that was it for the advanced features. I didn't even realize that. And then in your device care for battery, if you click on each one of these, it'll give you a different setting. So if you click on here, and then you click on here and go to settings, you can turn on or off your adaptive battery. You can set whether or not you want your tablet to put apps to sleep, and then disable unused apps, and optimize your settings automatically. Fast cable charging. You can even protect your battery, and it'll limit your charge to 85%, even though it'll show 100%, which is interesting. And then if we back out more, storage does the same thing. You can update your storage settings and make sure it has the scanning app for your storage, up to date storage analysis, storage settings. And then we got memory. You come in here and clear your memory out. And then of course you have developer options. Of course I have mine activated already, so if you want to get to it, you go to status. No, it's not status, it is software version. Then you click on build number until it says you're a developer. You come into developer options if you want to speed up your device. Come in here and you change these settings in here, which would be your window animation, transition animation, and your animator duration. You change that, device is that much more smooth. And then it turns off right on time. So that is my tips, tricks, and features for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. This was literally perfect timing. I'm going to put this on the charger here and then be on the lookout for more coverage. The review will be coming in a couple weeks, just because it is that much similar to the Tab S4 in terms of the capabilities and what it is, that there's not much more I need to go in depth with. Really the biggest difference is the S Pen right here. And then the form factor is slightly smaller, but you still get your same display size and whatnot. So the review will be coming within the next couple weeks. Be on the lookout. Again, I definitely appreciate you guys supporting, watching, suggesting content, and liking the content that's being pushed out. So again, that's the end of this video. Your boy Versatile signing out. And until the next video, let's go ahead and test this. Wow. Wait for